Hello family, today I want to visit the subject of strength. What is strength? How God give you strength? Why God give you strength? Why so many people burn out in the ministry? Oh my gosh, I've seen so many ministers and ministries burn out because they don't understand this concept that God, if God call you, He will give you His strength. That means you have enough to do what you're supposed to do. Today I want to talk about two sources of strength. First source, it's when God give you purpose. He give you a goal in your life. He give passion for that particular thing, and He give you strength. That means when God call you, He gives you enough to do what you're supposed to do. You will not burn out. There is, of course, there are going to be some seasons that little quiet, some seasons that going to be a little loud, but you will have enough to accomplish what God given it to you. And people burn out mostly because they see somebody else doing something and they want to do it. But understand me and listen to me very carefully. When God give you something, He give you exactly power for that. If you see some ministries fail, some ministers fail, they stop, they burn out, they basically gave up on whatever. And you see why he's going into sin, why he's going into drugs, why he is leaving his family, because he gave so much out of himself. And see, first strength that God given to you, you receive, basically power goes through you. Understand this first thing. Really listen to me real carefully. When God give you, I know what I'm talking about. I've been there. I touched something I shouldn't have. Ministry-wise, I tried to do something and God stopped me right there. He said, if you want to leave legacy for the next generation, if you want continue to for the rest of your life, you will only touch what I show you. You will only do what I tell you to do. And he said, son, please don't touch anything else as anybody else is doing, because I did not give you strength for that particular mission and that goal. And basically he's not gonna give it to you. And he said, stop. I stopped right away. It was many years ago. Nobody knew what happened, but I learned my lesson. And at that time, I noticed one thing. It was so easy. You know, sometimes you see ministers like in Signs and Wonders and really good teachers and prayer warriors. And then all of a sudden, boom, he becomes businessman, or he becomes a politician, or he start doing something that he shouldn't do. And people think that if you have easy, but you have easy because you're doing something that God told you to do. That means you do what you've been called to do. And that's why it looks so easy. Sometimes people looking at me and said like, hey, pastor, why is it like, I mean, you have so much fun. You have so much, basically it's not hard. We don't see you struggling. We see you doing great. We see you progressing and growing and doing things. Because I said that's the key, because I'm not using my own strength. I'm using God's strength. That means if God said stop, I absolutely need to obey and stop. I'm not gonna build my own thing. We don't build our own kingdom, and that's the problem. See, this is the first source of strength. This is God's source. That means He provides. He give you all the money. He give you all the power. He give you knowledge, wisdom. He give you friends. He give you help. He give you support. He give you everything you need to accomplish that mission. But soon as you think that what that person is doing, I might try to do it. Soon as you touch that, understand this: God's source is stop. It's stopped, and you start using your own strength, and that's the beginning of the end. That's how spiritual death comes to many ministers, because they touch something they shouldn't, and for a while you will not notice it. I didn't notice it for a while. It was like you were so enthusiastic, you're moving along, you're doing something new, you're kind of tired of whatever you're doing. You become disobedient to God, like in a good way, like disobedient. Oh, I've done that. I did that. I want to try something new. And as soon as you go into something that God didn't show you, didn't put you to do, right there you start using your own strength. That means it comes not from heaven, not from Father, not from Jesus and Holy Spirit. It comes from you. And little by little, I noticed that I'm losing how I say that, I'm losing energy. I'm losing power. I'm losing interest in everything else. I asked God, what's going on right now? He said, I did not call you to do it. That means my source is cut off right now because you're not doing what you're supposed to do, and you start doing what you think you wanted to do. And understand that so many ministers, they think whatever, oh, I'm gonna jump into this, I'm gonna jump into this. Understand this, it's not gonna last long. You will burn out because God didn't show you this. God didn't tell you to do it. If he did, then God bless you. Go ahead and do it. Nothing wrong with that. And God's shifting people and ministries all the time. There's nothing new. But soon as you think you saw, you know where you started. You know, we need to stop lying to ourselves. And we need to understand that we need to stop lying to ourselves. And if this is you that you want it, that means you that will provide. That means you will support this. You will need all this investment. I mean, investment, quote unquote investment, not only money, you need energy, you need people, your support. And you find out really quick. You see those ministers that they, oh, anybody, why you not helping me? Why there is no help? And they're so frustrated because nothing is going on. Nothing is happening. Understand that nothing is happening because when God called you to do something, he called people that will help you and support you. They will basically they're gonna hold your hands high. You know, they're gonna keep you up. They will support you. They will pray for you, and you will real quickly. You see the enemy. He's not gonna jump right in. Soon as you start investing and draining your own strength and your will and your power, your everything, you start using your resources. You will see enemy jump in and he start attacking you. He start telling you, oh, you're a failure. Do you know why you're a failure? Not because you failed over here, that because you thought this is yours, but this is not yours. People fail only in things that God never sent them to do. Understand this, the spiritual law. You will never fail in something that God called you to do. You will have prayer warriors, you will have support, you will have moral support, spiritual support, financial support, anything God called you to do. You don't have to worry about anything. It's God's timing and your obedience. You have to obey God and don't do anything stupid. But you know, as we grow, as ministry grows, and you find yourself in 5, 10, 15 years doing ministry, and you're getting bored. You know, like anything else, people get used to everything. Even greatest thing in their life, they're gonna get used to it. And they're gonna diminish this. They're gonna think, oh, it's nothing. But trust me, if God called you, you are the champion in that area. Don't leave that area that God called you to do. That means he wants you to give you not only wisdom, he wants to give you a legacy. That means you will leave something after you're done, and something you will transfer to next generation. So please understand these two sources of power. God calls, he gives you strength. When you think and you grab something you think you're supposed to do, and please understand that many people will listen to this, and I'm urging you to pray. If you feel like everything fails, no support, you feel like you are draining your own energy, you think you're feeling like you need a lot of rest, you need a vacations or something. I understand we're all getting tired, but please understand me, when I do what God called me to do, I get refreshed. I get new power, new energy, I get new strength. God always renews everything. And I'm actually recharging while I'm ministering. I'm not dying, I'm not struggling, I'm not trying to survive. Understand, I'm in whatever God called you, you will thrive. But soon as you see yourself dying, soon as you see yourself not wanting anything, interest goes away, and people, when they start burning out, first thing that will happen, your old sin, your stuff that you dealt with, stuff that you conquered, they will they will slowly start coming back and start knocking on your door. Or you're tired, let's smoke a little, let's drink a little, let's party a little, let's go do something stupid. And you think like, oh, I'm burning out. And that's why so many ministers fail. Like I said, I will try to keep these messages short, guys, just for the sake of timing. And this is not really sermon, but it is. I will probably unpack this later on when we transfer into two services, English and Russian. But understand this, if you get anything from this message, get this thing. Ask God if this is really what you're supposed to do. But trust me, I know this. If this is God, you don't have to worry about anything else. All you need to do is obey timing. You need to sit, you need to stay put until God, pray. He's like, oh, nothing happens. Pray, pray. Pray until it starts. You will see how it all's gonna work out, because it's God's vision, it's not your vision. It's God's kingdom, it's not your kingdom. It's God's church, it's not your church. So when I take that burden off of my shoulders, and I absolutely understand that this is it, this is His kingdom, I'm not building my own. Why should I use my own strength that God gave me to be me? If this is His kingdom, this is His power, this is His strength, this is His wisdom, and He will give it to you. You will be champion in your area of expertise or calling, whatever you may call it. But get this. This is your strength and this is God's strength. Soon as you quit, as soon as you think you're gonna do something else for God that God didn't tell you to do, you will burn out, because this is not God's mission. This is not God's timing for you. You will do something later on, but not now, not in this season. Obey God, stay in your lane, be wise, and enjoy ministry. Ministry supposed to be enjoyed. The devil put us in such position where we kill ourselves, we burn out, we do something we shouldn't. So pray, ask people around, what do you think? What do you think? And you will see God will confirm this. This is not yours. Get out. Get out. Stay in your lane. Wait for your timing. I hope guys that blessed you, and we'll see you guys next time. Love you. See you next time. Bye.